Welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little bit of clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with a divine feather today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Opening message of clarity and insight for the collective. Please and thank you. The pheasant. I love pheasants. They're so beautiful, especially the males. This is something's ripe for the plucking. This is a ripe time for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas to the right connections that you're making. When I think of the pheasant between the male and the female, they do look very different. So maybe it is a masculine, feminine energy, or maybe somebody is really different from you, but maybe that's a good thing. Opening yourselves up to new possibilities, new ideas. Maybe you're putting so I'm getting like some extra color on something, maybe painting your walls, maybe you're doing something different, expressing yourself. If you have any kind of beautiful idea you've been thinking about, sitting on, tucked away in the closet, it's time to act on that idea. The time is ripe. Let's get a, just keep seeing like fruit. I don't know why I see a big watermelon. Is there a song? Oh, I just thought of watermelon. Is it watermelon sugar? Watermelon sugar? It was like a Harry Styles song. Lips are like strawberries, whatever that one is. And then I'm gonna go weird on you guys. I think there's a country song. I think it's called the Watermelon Crawl. Maybe. I have no idea who sings it or if that's the exact title of the song, but I definitely see a watermelon. Maybe you're eating watermelon right now, or you like watermelon? Let's get another card. What is this? This is the messages from your angels. Let's get an angel message for you guys. What else would be helpful for the collective right now on pheasant? Ripe time for creation and connection. Changing your focus right now to these areas. Fiona. I just thought of Fiona apple. Well, there's a fruit. It also looks like a Luna moth there. She looks like she's wearing, I don't know, like, I want to say almost like maybe some of you are doing something like parachuting, or it makes me think of going to an amusement park. Maybe some of you are doing something like that. I just see it's not like a seatbelt in a car. It's like something extra happening. Maybe you're going to take a big old leap of faith or do something with like a lot of exciting energy, get those endorphins moving. It says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. Heaven, God, source, our angels, spirit guides, beautiful energies of love are always there ready to help you. But first, you do have to do the asking. Sometimes we get so, sometimes it's complacency. Sometimes we're just busy. Sometimes it's only when we're really like down that we remember to, hey, can I get some help here? So don't always have to be way down to ask for help. It can be simple things. remember to pray, to just be yourself, ask for some help, and it will come in. Be open to however it comes. It will be personal, it will be loving, but it's not always what your ego wants. But you do feel there's something about that help or that direction that is for the best outcome possible. Because it's always going to be for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved. If there's something that you desire, you want, and the door keeps closing, or something happens, the door shuts, it's because it's redirecting you to, even if you don't know it now, something that's going to be even more desirable and in tune with you. This girl. A Luna. Maybe something about the moon. I'm not even sure if that's a Luna moth. Maybe I'll find something on a Luna moth and put that below. And hey, I'll find a little video on a pheasant too for you guys, because I like getting nerdy on you and learning new things. So let's get a soul truth message. You have assistance and guidance coming in. Sometimes it is by intuition, insight that you get, gut feelings that you have, synchronicity in your life, and sometimes it is through earth angels, other people being sent into your life to help you. One message for the collective on Fiona and Pheasant. Please and thank you. What excuses am I making right now? Are you making any excuses on something? Oh, you didn't do that because that happened over there, or you don't have enough time to do that over there, or what are you putting aside and making excuses about? Usually excuses are the because of blah, 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 or that and that and that, or him and her and everyone else. And it's always a redirection back to you and your own consciousness, your own awareness. No more waiting. You're getting multiple messages telling you that. No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. Something that you want to do, we don't have any guarantee of time. If there's anything you've been dreaming about, you have a connection with, or this inspiration about, you're going to receive guidance on the way. You have to be a creator and you're productive, but you have to make some moves to help these things come true. If you're always putting something off, saying, no, it's not the time, the timing's just not right, you just start. The time is now. Today's soul action is, if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. So, is there something that's really important to you and you're not doing? Or, maybe it's not so important. You don't care if you lose it. You don't care if you do it. But if you do care, you'll move mountains to make it happen. Moving mountains starts with one step at a time. Today, make a decision and do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart and you will be led. Step up to bat, give something a go. I hear open up a conversation. I don't think that's for everyone, but maybe it starts with a conversation, but maybe there's a conversation between you and spirit. Maybe it's between you and your heart, yourself. If it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart. Was it tell it to my heart? Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? I can't think of who that is. Let's get these. I have these here. So let's see. Let's just pull a couple cards, see what's going on, see how it all balances out. I feel like we should do one from each deck today. This is mindful messages. One mindful message on finding a way, making a decision and doing it, sticking to something, making one step in a direction that you've been thinking about. The time is right, but the time is now. Ooh, that's a good title. Maybe I'll put that in the title. What is this? Yeah, you do. You're supposed to be doing something creative. If this is anybody you're thinking about, you are creative with that person. You have confidence in however you want to express yourself. But this is you getting creative on your own. You do have Saturn there, so there may have been some tough, long lessons that you have acquired or gone through or are finishing up. Those are the lessons that are worth it. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through. You're being given these ideas from the divine, from your higher self. Unique ideas flow through. Each one is capable of blossoming into beautiful creations. But until you put your paintbrush on that canvas of whatever you're creating, it's just going to be blank. Is that Taylor Swift? Does she have something about blank page or something in that something for you? I think a Swiftie song just came through. Taylor's so cute. Let's get a spirit message. And maybe since it's all this creativity, I'll do I have it here? Yeah, I do. This one. I'll do the clarifying life situations, and then we'll dive on into the tarot and see what's going on. One more spirit message for the collective, please, and thank you. You are not moving too slowly. I kind of think that's this. No more waiting. Maybe you think something's not happening fast enough or the timing isn't right. It's not about how fast you move, it's just that you move. You're not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. You are in that sweet spot. You are in that plump spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. This is really nice. That is a sweet spot to be in, because that's a balanced spot. It's not overindulging or overworking or pushing anything to happen. It means you have the right balance between masculine and feminine to nurture yourself. So whatever you do give, you are giving from a full plate. And still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there's no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, and carry on. Continue. If you're blocked for any reason here on anything you're trying to create, go back to you. Think about what makes you smile, something else you want to do, something you've had on the back burner. I'm having trouble talking today, so maybe there is some kind of trouble with communication, or even asking yourself questions, asking for help, something like that. I feel like I'm stumbling my words today. But if there's anything else, that thing that you've been thinking about, go do that and get back to the drawing board later. Maybe going and doing that other thing is where a new big idea or solution or creative, getting like a creative way through a dilemma or problem will come. Let's go to the clarifying life situations. Get one card from here. What is one message? And the sweet spot, plump moment. What was the other one? And the time is now. Take some pressure off yourself. Do the best you can. Don't get in your own way. One message, please, and thank you. A veil of illusion. Maybe you weren't seeing things clearly before. Rose-colored glasses, maybe the veil is coming off. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. So don't pull the wool over your own eyes. Definitely see the truth in a situation. Maybe you could see something a little bit, but it was a little bit foggy. It was a little unclear before. You are going to be receiving clarity and signs. You have to go deep. Believe in yourself. You know, if you have that little veil and you know inside you can do something and you're like, no, because that always happened. Or what was that thing over here? The excuses. You know, it's not exactly the right timing here. I can't quite see anything clearly ahead over there, so I'm just not going to go. Just take the veil off and go. Embrace clarity as revelations unfold. Keep an open mind for answers. Illuminate the path to understanding. I'm getting that you don't need all the answers right now. It's like you want to know everything first before you pursue something. You'll figure it out along the way. You're going to be receiving guidance along the way. But you got to start making some moves. Start making something happen right now. I feel like it's even going to change the questions that you have now once you walk, because you're going to gain new perspective, new experiences, see different things. So you don't even know all the questions you need to ask right now until you start to put some more energy into something. And the more energy you put forward, and whatever this is, whatever you are thinking about, whatever your goal is, you're not behind. You're exactly where you are. So I'm getting like, take the veil off and see where you are right now, what you can do right now with what you have, and which direction feels like the right way to go. What was the other one I said I would pull? Yeah, let's do that one. I like that. It's like a vibrant rainbow, neon, fun. It's called Money Moves Oracle Deck. Let's get another message. But if you're seeking truth, that means you have to go out and find it, explore it, ask questions, expand, open up. I don't know why I see this. I see something, I see this. I see somebody like inside a house, almost like peeking through the curtain, like looking outside, like wondering what it would be like to, I don't know, like almost like people watching, to be that couple, or to be over there, or to get to do that, or imagining somebody coming up to the house, like all this imagination stuff, instead of just opening up the curtain, letting some light in, getting dressed, and going outside to like have an adventure or to see something. I don't know. It's like I want to say like living vicariously through what you're imagining other people are doing, something like that. And I don't think that's you in all, like for all of you. That might be somebody else. Sort of wondering what it would be like if they were with someone or doing something over there instead of just making their own experience. Doesn't mean it's going to be like anyone else's, nor is anyone else's experience like you were imagining, because it's not your experience. That was a kind of weird message to see. All right, let's get a, what is this? The Money Moves Oracle deck. One message. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. Duality. Dichotomy. I'll show you that I put it up right. Success. So Use a Gemini energy. You need that dichotomy of both. That was the first thing I saw here with the pheasant. With somebody being really different. You need to have both the light and the dark to see all the beauty of everything. To appreciate the beautiful light when it's there. You need to know what it's like to have lack or have not, or be in the dark. But it's how you get yourself out of it, how you grow from it, what you do because of it. Not getting stuck there. And even when you're in the beautiful light, eventually the sun goes away and the night comes back. Nothing is ever plateaued forever. Do not forget about the dual nature of people, and don't lose your vigilance. People are more complicated than just one facet that they might show you. So sometimes it's taking something with a grain of salt, not judging a book by its cover, knowing there are more facets under the surface of a situation than you may see, or they may even express to you. Don't ever presume anything about something. That was kind of that thing when I was peeking out the window, or would I say something about living vicariously through someone? Maybe you only see this beautiful facet. You see somebody's amazing success, but you don't know about all the hardships, the trials and the tribulations somebody could have gone through to get here. You know, maybe you learn a little bit about it, but you're never fully in somebody else's shoes, even if you live with them. But this is also accepting all those beautiful facets in someone if they are close to you. I'm getting a little unconditional love, even if someone has, you know, a back and forth energy. They're one way, they're another way. Even though these people look like they're exact mirrors of one another, no two twins are alike, or no two people are alike, even if they look alike. Do not forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. You do have some successful energy coming on in. Look at the big victory. Look at all the energy in that. Maybe you're winning something. You're reaching that goal. You finished that creative project. You had that conversation. You found that right relationship or person, place, environment, job. Choosing the right direction and actively overcoming difficulties. You've got a lot of that says you are actively doing something. So some of you do need to just get out of your head. Start taking action. You are on the right track. Even this says you're on the right path. Something is flowing through you. You are being led. You are getting out of illusion, seeking truth, and focusing your attention on the right thing. I'm also even getting that some of you are doing many different facets of you, combining them all together, and that's why this track is widening for you. It's kind of interesting. I see like a railroad track getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and almost like your train car. I don't know, you know, they say like sometimes you wish you could have a double, or wish you had a twin, or wish you had a doppelganger, or someone that could help you do all the other things you can't do. I see like you as the train car, and it copying itself and copying itself, and being able to still stay on that same big train track, but all go slightly different directions. So I don't know if you have multi projects going on, or you figured out a way to streamline something or make something run on its own so your attention can be somewhere else. That's kind of an elusive but very cool thing that I saw. Figuring out how something can run on its own. But the track or the train that you are consciously on is the one you need to pay attention to. Right now, I feel like you can jump trains when you want to. I don't know what that is. I feel like maybe that's different projects, or I think that's maybe different talents that you have. All those beautiful experiences that you've had, or a wide spectrum of experiences. And it might not even be in this lifetime. You've had lifetimes of experiences all over the place. Maybe all of that somehow is coming together right now. putting you on this, I don't know, new track. I just get a brand new expansion. I just saw a sun, like a glowing sun, and it like bursting, and like all of the rays going different directions. Sometimes I get very specific, like reality land images that come through, and sometimes they're very like they're like parables or symbols. So let's see what comes through and how that works out in the reading. I hope when stuff like that comes out, it makes sense to you guys, to a few of you. I've learned to just say what it is, even if it doesn't make any sense to me. But I do see it as expansion, energy, and like maybe even travel, something like that. Let's do a fairy tarot card. Fairy message on Veil of Illusion. Time is ripe, infinite creativity. There's no end. Yeah, I see like an exploding star. Like the star was up there, but now it's expanding. Like the star in you is inside of you already ready to go, but now it's not just beaming in you. You're branching out or doing something, making connections, being noticed more. Perhaps if you have any kind of creative project or something like that you do, you're an artist, or you have a store, or you have a business. Maybe there's an expansion there, where you're branching out to new parts of the world, new customer bases, maybe even new friends, maybe even some of you are traveling the world. That's maybe where some new creativity, creative ideas come in. Wow, extra messages today, guys. One fairy message. What is the foundation? Listen, thank you. The Ace of Winter. Well, that's your big, bright, brilliant idea and communication coming through. That always made this like the Ace of Swords. It's like a light bulb just went off. Hey, big idea. Didn't you have all these things that say you have these big ideas coming in? And guidance. No more veil when this comes through. Ace of Winter, Ace of Swords means you have to have clear communication and ask yourself some pretty maybe hard or awesome questions. Becoming clear in your own mind, having those big bright ideas, and then acting upon them, writing it down, making some plans, getting past that ace, getting past that initial conversation or that epiphany moment. It's an ace though, it's a sword, so sometimes it does mean you have to use that sword to cut some things out that are no longer necessary or needed. But this is usually when clarity, where's that thing? Clarity comes in, truth is seen. It's also reality land, becoming clear in your mind. I said something about a big star here. This fairy has this gigantic snowflake that looks like a star just hovering, and this big, beautiful tiger. It almost looks like a white tiger kitten. Don't be, you have, I think this is the second time you've had this. Challenges that you will overcome. What I see with that, I don't know where it went, your victory card here. You're on the right track, actively overcoming difficulties, and you're going to overcome some challenges. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. You have to get the right information first. It's not just half regurgitating something you sort of heard over there or kind of read a long time ago. This is having a little bit more research involved, asking the right questions when they come to you, maybe having some planned, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. It seems like that is the message today, that you have these ideas and you need to start making them happen. Clarity of the Ace of Winter. Let's get One more, and then I maybe want to switch to a different tarot deck. One more clarity on the Ace of Swords, the Four of Summer. Well, that could have been where you were behind that illusion. Four of Summer is like the Four of Cups. It's my wah card. It's meh. It's not that light bulb moment, or it's not that big forward energy. It's kind of maybe where you do feel you're moving too slowly, or someone else's. It's kind of in its complacency. Sometimes it's contemplation, trying to figure something out, but it's kind of getting a little bit lost. It's not a big focused energy. And it is usually, it's summer, so it's cups. It is usually some kind of emotional situation, but sometimes it's like a little bit of a taking a distance from something, or taking an emotional break from something. Usually it's the person kind of sitting under the tree, looking at what was lost, looking at the weird cups that aren't, you know, they're kind of leaky, and there's usually one opportunity that's right there, one or two, something that is being handed to you by divine or by somebody really important, and that's the one you need to focus on, and you're sort of kind of like focused on what wasn't working, or focused on like being on the in-between, and it's like lack of enthusiasm. Sometimes you need a little bit of a chill period, you know, a little moment to just not think if you're overthinking, but eventually you have to look at that opportunity and take it. Here, you have a little cherub begging you. This little baby is begging you. This little angel here is like, come on, there's an opportunity there. It's being sent by the divine for you to see. What are you doing? What are you looking at over there? Being distracted. Oh, I can't see. Hold on. Being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity. I mean, here it's pretty big. So don't let that light go out before you act upon it. Something may be important to you, or become important to you if you give something a try. Taking someone or something for granted. I feel like that's the upside down one. Something's just always there. That person's always there. It's kind of like having the light on all the time. The creative flow always is coming through, and you always kind of have everything going good. You don't realize until something maybe goes out a little bit, or it's not running so smoothly, how that was a blessing when you were there. Don't take anybody for granted. Maybe somebody was taking you for granted. So it's discontentment with life. It's that MEH energy. But it looks like once you take that opportunity there, you're not going to be, I hear disenchanted too. You're not going to be bored anymore. You're not going to feel like discontent because you're acting upon your dreams here. You're expressing yourself in a different vibrancy, maybe with a different person in a different environment, or just you feel different. Did I say I was going to do one more? I guess we're auto shuffling. We're going to do another one from the fairy. What else does the collective need to know? The Knight of Spring. At the bottom is the Eight of Autumn. So this is usually where you had to go through some difficulties. This is my one last good push card. But this is, you push through something, you get through something because you got stronger. Don't give up here, because something's a little bit hard. This is something that is worth it. It's almost the end of something. You can get through something. Be bold, be vigilant. You had another thing that said vigilance. You have a little lucky energy here with the ladybug. The daffodils always come back. Whatever you have learned has brought you the strength you need. And I always feel like there's a little message of there's something that's worth it. This is when you go through something difficult because you know that that path ahead, that goal that you have, that thing that you're thinking about, that idea that divinely came to you that you decided to notice and grab and pursue has something that's really worth it. It's not just a big goal. It's the path. It's the journey. It says, protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges. You are prepared. You're going to get the right ideas in the meantime, and you know you have success because of these challenges. If it was just a piece of cake, it wouldn't be much fun. Environmental conservation. Maybe that's extra for some of you. Doing something to help the environment. I just saw solar panels or a rain barrel. It just makes me think of like no pesticides. I see all these bugs here. There's a lot of bugs that are healthy. Maybe it's about like certain plants that you can get that are natural. I just thought of Nasturtium. It's like a flower you can eat, but I think that I could be wrong on this, but I think deer don't like it, or maybe bunnies or something like that. I don't know why I just thought of sweetgrass. That was very specific. Maybe peppermint. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of plants now. I just thought of that, I did think of that book, Braiding Sweetgrass. That's a really good book. And then we have this, which is getting to work. It's okay to start something and have a new goal, but know that that goal at the end is going to recirculate beautiful energy and prosperity back into your life. You know, this one is like rods or wands. You have everything here. Earth, water or cups, air, the mind, fire, spring, rods. But you need to get to work. That seems to be the foundation of this reading. Getting started. It's okay if you're the apprentice and the newbie at learning something, or if you are the sage and the seer and professional, but you are in a fresh, brand new environment or doing a fresh new project that is a little bit new territory for you. It's having a little bit of a new energy, working towards being, I guess, a professional, but it doesn't have to be professional. It's just the talent or the trade or the consistency that you do with something where you get better and better. It gets easier and easier. You get more and more creative, or pay attention to details more and more as you go. You learn the right questions to ask as you move, and you need to be diligent and consistent with something to get there. Schedule something in, 5 minutes a day, 2 hours once a month, half an hour in the morning, 5 days a week, whatever it is. This is signing up for something, going back to school, learning something new. Sometimes you have to invest in the beginning, a little money to take a class, or time off of work to learn a new trade where you're not getting paid, but that trade that you're learning in the future is going to make you a lot more prosperity in your life. It's a little bit of a give up of something, adjustment in your energy, but worth it in the end as you work towards something. There's books here, and there's a lot of sewing. There's something behind that. It's like one of those old things that you change behind. Maybe some of you have something like that, where it's about changing. Do more research before proceeding education in the forms of seminars, going back to school, apprenticeships. It's excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. So whatever it is, if it's just an idea on the back burner, blank canvas, something you started and you put away, got a little bored with because it got to be a little bit challenging or it didn't turn out the way you were, so you put that veil up over here. It's telling you get back to the drawing board. Maybe see the duality in other people and yourself, and how you can do something a different way, a different approach. Maybe it's that new approach that gets you started, or you figure out along the way. I kind of want to do one more tarot card. Let's do the Art of Life. One more card. I just bridged the 8 of Autumn, the 9 of Spring, the 4 of Summer, and the Ace of Winter. What else does the collective need to know? Please and thank you. Yeah, well, I'm glad I pulled one more. Hey, look at you. So the big message is a double whammy. That's why I sometimes like to use 2 different tarot decks, because if the message is important enough, it will come through. Ace of Swords means you have to act on that idea. You have to get past the light bulb moment, the epiphany moment, the conversation. You have to see clearly in a situation, truth, speak your truth, live your truth. Set those sails up and head on out to territory that you don't know about, that you've never discovered, that you've never had experiences with. You'll learn to adjust these sails on the way. There's a lot of movement here. I'm not afraid of storms. I keep hearing nothing is a piece of cake. It doesn't have to be a piece of cake. There are moments where we have beautiful moments of awesome, delicious cake. I don't know why I say cake. But then you can't have cake all the time. Or it gets, it's too sweet. It's too much sugar. Get a sugar rush and then you crash. I think there's a song by Savage Garden called Crash and Burn. I am not sure. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning to sail my ship. It's all about the process. It's about the journey. It's about the right things that you discover along the way, along that track. That's important. But it's moving on that track. Learning more about yourself and others along the way. Never being afraid to go back and discover who you might want to be when you grow up again and again and again. And let's get one more quick message from... I feel like that was a lot of words. So let's do a short one. Let's do the universe has your back. Let's get one little message to sum this up. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. One more message, please, and thank you. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. I feel like I said that in the beginning. It's not hurt somewhere. It's not about having something specific. I mean, it's okay to have specific goals, but your ego doesn't always know what's best for you. Your higher self and source does. And there's such abundance for everybody. There's a universe of possibilities out there. So why can't it be the answer or the outcome where everybody has growth, where everybody has success, where everybody has prosperity, where everybody has clarity, and where everyone gets the love that they deserve? And with that, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day and night, and I will see you soon.